drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up.
The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. It ain't over for me. It ain't over for me. The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. Only one logical thing to do. Don't trip, by the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip, by the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip, by the dip. Get my chips and dip. Hot on coins and watch me flip. In and out, I'm stacking pips. Market looking bearish. By the dip, 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 by the dip. Don't trip. Sour cream and onion dip. Scoop it with some ruffle chips. Sink them like Titanic ship. Bartender, here's a tip. Crypto face is the truth. He can even show you proof. This is market cipher school. Rory made you say, ooh, wish I had one too. Making plays on Tradingview. Waiting on a blue triangle. I just call it Blue's Clue. Portfolio diversified. Keep my balance classified. Scared to look, you terrified. But when you did, you almost died. It was all good before you went to sleep. Woke up to a surprise. Couldn't believe your eyes. Where the hell did your money go? You like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? Bitcoin dumping in my sleep. Woke up to a market sweep. That's the reason I don't sleep. Keep my eyes on the prize. Bought some Hex and Cardano. Fear of missing out. FOMO, that's a no-no. Yeah, I know, bro, but I still do the shit. I'm just trying to hit a lick, so I think I just might buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip. Get my chips and dip. Hot on coins and watch me flip. In and out, I'm stacking pips. Market looking bearish. Buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip. The market crashed on me, but that's not my ass, homie. Time to rise up out the flames like a motherfucking phoenix flying high in the sky. And I motherfucking mean it. Put it all on the house. I can't help it cause I'm greedy. Got a family, gotta feed it. All my followers, man, they need me. We can all get...
Good morning all. Happy Friday. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is well. Yes sir. Camera is not working, so we'll fix it first. There we go. Let's get it. And yeah, let's see what we got going on for today. Happy Friday to everyone, and yeah, let's get it. So we start off with the calendar here as usual. Today is going to be Friday. Yesterday we had our bank votes came in the same here. I want to just see, we've had some news overnight, of course, with what's going on, but I actually want to see the UK one. You know, they're talking about keeping rates basically stable for longer here. There was even talks before about holding rates, even increasing rates. So that's given some bullish pressure here in the pound. I want to see how that's done against the dollar. Yeah, stronger against the dollar. And yeah, leading into this session here towards some highs. So yesterday, pretty heavy rally over Asian session. Rally continued. This was beautiful. What time was this? What time was that? 7:15. That's the cleanest setup. Nice clean candles here. Closed above this resistance here. Target up here. Wow. Never came back to break even. Yeah, that's the setup. Very, very nice setup if you're around at the charts at Asian session. A little bit after, actually. It's a bit, it's kind of almost in between towards the end. So yeah, looking at daily time frame here, we're pretty close to daily resistance. Very strong daily candle close. We're going to bring back that daily resistance there. DR, caps DR. And then let's see what we got going on. 4 hour time frame, very close to this 4 hour time frame here. I had a look at the 15, looks quite messy above here, so we're gonna see what we're trading into at the moment. 1 hour time frame, same thing. 30-minute time frame, a little bit higher, but I think the 15 is a bit messier. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so honestly, with this mess on the 15, you don't actually have clean ranges above. Like, these are too small, these ranges, right? This is like 6 pips, and then it's a resistance. So especially after this push here, I'm gonna keep it simple. We want something like this where we pushed, we form a pullback, and then we buy based off the pullback. It's gonna be the best scenario today, and something that I'll be interested in is seeing a pullback for continuation of buys. Buying the highs right now, we need a 1 hour close above here minimum. 1 hour could drive through this ranges here. We have no 1 hour support for about almost 4 hours. Well, 3 hours, sorry. So we want to see how that ends up forming, and then we take it from there. Basically, we take it from there. So that's kind of the plan on GJ here. Keep it nice and simple, really mainly looking for pullbacks here to see if we can trade back to the 4 hour resistance. Buying these highs here is a bit of a mess compared to these clean candles we've just had. So it's kind of eaten up that zone, so we need to wait for a pullback. Now looking at gold here on the other hand, start off on daily time frame on gold. Previous daily still managing to close bearish here. 4 hour time frame. Let's see, let's move this one down to here. This is previous 4 hour support that we tapped this morning. Boom. So we're at that target there. We have this previous 4 hour support as well. 1 hour time frame. So we are bearish bias. 1 hour time frame creating a support here. Boom. 30-minute time frame. Trying to form some sort of structure at the moment. What's below the 4 hour support? I'm interested. A little bit of a support here as well. We can bring that in. But bearish bias. That's an interesting spot, man. Always London at the lows here, huh? Not up here. If we were up here, it'd be easy. I tell you, we sell to the lows. I mean, selling below 4 hour support, maybe options below the 1 hour support as well. Since we tapped the 4 hour support, we could see that. Otherwise, I would kind of like to see something come back up here, fail, and then we sell something like this back down. See if the continuation comes. Right where we are right now, there's nothing really much you can do. Can't buy from here just yet, nor can you sell because you're selling into a support zone. So we need to wait. There is even a possibility we could range in here before deciding a direction. This daily candle though, I want to see how that daily candle looks on broker. So it's technically bullish on broker, that candle there. So we can argue a bit of mixed bias here, but things look mainly more bearish than they do look bullish. So I do want to stick more on the sell side, but I do understand that there is a bullish potential. So if we really start breaking up here, we can look for those buys. But for now we're going to stick to the more sell options. So seeing resistances formed will be the kind of the go-to here. So moving on to DAX here, last pair of the day. Starting off on daily time frame here. Previous daily closing very strong bearish here. No break of lows yet, so this could just be a top wick we could flip, or this could be the support creation on the 4 hour. Mixed bias today. We do have a 4 hour resistance a little bit higher here, but we have some levels before that that we need to mark. So we have a 1 hour resistance right here where we're at, so let's go ahead and let's see this 15 actually. Yeah, 15 is still valid, so we keep the 15. We put the 1 hour. We clone. We bring this to here. We check 30-minute. We check 15-minute. Yeah, buys for me simple today. Gonna be above that 15 to get to the 1 hour. Very straightforward. I don't even need this 1 hour. I'll just leave it for the sake of leaving it. This box can go bye-bye. 5-minute time frame here, kind of choppy. I don't like, so for sells, sorry, let me make it clear. For sells, I don't like the fact that we are in such a bullish trend right now. I really want to see that reverse on like a 30-minute change of structure. This daily support here doesn't really seem to give a crap about it anymore. Really, little bit here, we saw some stuff. So we still leave it on. Below it might be option for sells. It's harder ranges to sell. There is one buy range above here. There's actually two buy ranges. So we have this buy range here and this buy range here. So I don't mind taking buys, to be honest. For me, buys make more sense than sells. Even though we have been very, very bearish in the current market positioning. Now, the thing is, we could retest up here and then start selling later. So I'm still open to sells because that has been the overall trend. It's actually a tough position we're at right now because, you know, really been catching these lower highs, but we've never tapped the actual high. What I mean by that is, let me show you this. So this would be something different. Like we create a high here, price never comes back to retest it. We create this high here, price never comes back to retest it. We create this high here, price never comes back to retest it. We create this high here, will price come back to retest it? That's the question. If it doesn't, that gives us higher probability for sells, right? Start to look for these sells down here. But if we start to get above here, is it actually worth it, or is that going to be a fake out? Is that going to be a fake out? Because see, even up here, we didn't retest it and we've just been continuing this downtrend, right? You see this downtrend we've been continuing. All this downtrend, right? Same highs you can duplicate here. So that's going to be the question right now to see. So we will see what Friday wants to do here. Does it want to try a little bit of upside, or is it kind of being like, okay, we're going to continue this downside trend? But we're going to see that in around 15 minutes, how price wants to act here. Honestly, buying above this high is a lot safer. Yeah, we miss out on how much here, like 18 points, but buying above here, at least you have something that's different, which is price breaking its previous high, which hasn't happened. That's kind of should be a catalyst. Avoids us from fake outs as well, right? Avoids us from fake outs. So yeah, I want to see what happens with that, and then we take it from there. And yeah, that's basically gonna be the plan here. That's gonna be the plan on all pairs. So hopefully the plan makes sense to all you guys. You guys enjoyed the analysis. As always, you know the drill. If we can do the YouTube business, 200 of us in here, appreciate you all showing up. Get the likes up to 100 so I don't have to ask. Hate to say it, part of the game. Do the YouTube business. So let's go. And yeah, let's see what happens. So we've closed above here, but you know, stop is not going to make any sense too early as well. 43 points for 18, no chance. Started to reject here as well as on gold. GJ still trying to rally here towards the 4-hour resistance, so nothing really much we can do till we get some pullbacks. Above the 4-hour resistance, not clean at all. Harry, did you take any trades in NY yesterday? US 30 seemed good, but all those rejections were problem. Yesterday was bank holiday, bro. It was bank holiday. Don't trade during bank holiday US session. Took only that one trade in London. Morning people, morning Joe. Why back to a Wanda and Gold? Because Pith yesterday closed. They weren't printing any price action. So all of this up here is all wrong. 4-hour candles, all wrong. Like, look at the difference. All messed up. So it needs a couple of days and then it will get back in shape. Otherwise, it's all wrong. So like maybe by Monday, we should be okay. Let it print today's price action. All of this up here is all wrong. Look at the difference between this and this. See? It missed all of this yesterday. What time did we break out? Asian? Yeah, Asian. So we range all of New York. YouTube advertising healthy food and video games on their live. They listen to what's being talked in here. Damn. How are you? I'm all good, man. Yourself? Had to remind myself not to use Pith. Yeah, yesterday I swapped them around and flagged it. Should be okay by Monday. Remember guys, we don't mind price filling this range right now. It's not really the worst thing. Or if it fakes out here, it becomes super interesting for if it starts to break below this here. We don't even need to mark this like this. We can pull this up to here like this. Make this a 15. See on 30, yeah. So we get a close below here on 15, we have 21 pip range. It's even better than this range, right? This range here is 18 pips points. This range here is 20 points. So it's actually a little bit bigger range. Bruv, do you think DAX is a good long-term partner? Yeah, I mean, you know, relationship is still young at the moment. So, you know, but so far there's, you know, some good signs, you know, being pretty healthy, ups and downs, you know, it's how it should be. Mutual respect, it seems. And if we do a background check on her, we can see her background check is pretty good, to be honest. It all checks out. It all checks out. Some green flags, you know, long term, she's going up here, not really close since 2009, you know. So, since 2009, has her up and down, but that's normal with anyone. You know, you can't be too crazy, you know. So good background. I mean, if we compare to GJ, right, you can see how wild this chick is, man. Jesus, like red flag, bro. Red flag catches you here, gets you involved, then dumps you in your face again, gets you involved again. You know, look at it. Look at the difference. Not sustainable. Very erratic. Starts from the top, dumps back down. Then gets everyone involved. I'm telling you, bro. We should have seen the red flags. Gold as well seems like a pretty good chick. You know, has the rough periods, right? Sometimes breaks your heart, you know, for quite some time. Compared to something like DAX. DAX a little bit less breaking your heart here. So, you know, this is how you need to investigate Forex pair. Not Forex pair, but trading pairs. Telling you. How about orange juice? That's a different story. We'll leave that out of it. Pit seems good to me to use it. Nah, man, it's shit. It's super inaccurate right now. There's like if gold goes up today, you're gonna be screwed because the price action above here is all wrong because it was closed for how many hours yesterday. So you literally lose all of this consolidation that was made yesterday, which also affects the way the 4-hour candle has closed. Right now it's moving correct, the same way, you see, same candles, but up here it's missing like all of this. It's affecting how the 4-hour supports here are wrong 4-hour supports, wrong 4-hour close. So we need to use this for a day or so, or under for maybe, you know, 1 or 2 days, and then I can go back to it. So we are breaking down here. We're gonna test the 4-hour support for a second time. We do have a lot of range down here. Below this 15, I think we open up a range, huh? No, there's another one here, but it's crossed through by wicks on the below here. It's absolute free fall. Absolute free fall. So we'll put a box here. It might be problems, but we'll see. I wonder if we have a day where we just absolutely fly down, like yesterday, London. You remember? You remember yesterday, London? We were just dumping. There was catalyst though. That's what I'm scared about. 10 a.m. candle yesterday was pretty decent. Pretty similar setup. 10 a.m. we started dumping. But again, catalyst was there. I wonder if we close below the 4-hour, can we just rely on the same action to happen? 50 pips. I mean, it seems crazy right now, 50 pips. But if it does what it did yesterday, it will work. But again, there was catalyst. Harry, do you think it's possible to trade with 500k? Why wouldn't it be possible to trade with 500k is my question. So I would flip the question back onto you. Why wouldn't it be possible? Morning, bro. Harry, your TradingView charts are very clear. One of your videos, your TradingView view settings. You wanna see my TradingView settings? Sure, you can see it now. These are the basic settings. Background solid, grid lines off. This is all how this looks. Crosshair default. This is my chart colors. This is the green, this is the red. So I think the red is like this one here. The green is gonna be, you can color match it. It's this one. All the same, and that's it. Default settings, not the default candle colors. And removing chart background. The candle colors are actually changed quite a bit. It's a different shade. How much one should take risk if they have $1,000? If you don't know how to calculate risk, I don't recommend putting $1,000. I always say this. I'm still mind-boggled how people have $1,000 to blow, but they don't want to invest time. I'm not even asking money. Time to just learn how to manage risk. Like, you don't have to invest money right now. Invest time. It's free. Like on my website, I literally have free risk management. Free risk. Can you read this? I'm going to repeat it again. Free risk management. Please go watch that and start to calculate risk and realize, find the dollar amount you're happy to risk and start risking that, right? Adjust your lot size. Thanks, DAX. Let's see what DAX has done. Oof. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Maybe something said. Yeah, I've not seen that before the open, man. That's very interesting. Before even Frankfurt. Very interesting. Easy 1-to-1. Yeah, now in hindsight. Here we go. Hindsight Henry right here. Mr. Miracle. Set up 5 ranges. That is also true. Yes, for sure. Especially if it starts rejecting. Big clean candle here. This is a news candle here. I was counting on that DAX move at 10 o'clock. Yeah, there's just something really strong volume coming. I've not seen this for a long time, man. To just see 1 minute rip like this without even being at Frankfurt. Most of you guys can't trade Frankfurt anyways because you're trading funded. Impossible to trade Frankfurt. Not enough. Gold just dumped as well. Yeah, there's something that's been said. We had this seems like something, you know. Let's see the stock market here. They're spiking a little bit. Financial juice is delayed ends, where if you don't pay for financial juice, it takes 3 minutes or 2 minutes before we get to know what's happening. So for me, it's pretty simple what to do. If we're going to start trending down heavy, bearish like this, very simple for me. As long as we close below the 4 hour, I'll look for a 5 minute pullback, close below on the 5 minute and take the sell. Actually happened yesterday here. Look, this one. This type of trade I'll be looking for. So we had this big dump, showed us that volume is present. If volume is going to die off, this 5 minute will not continue. Next candle came through here. So we can even consider taking it impulsively, break of lows. So we're going to see how that forms. Same trade I look to replicate. We have a daily below. Maybe I missed out. Yeah, it's very far, bro. The data is not good for GJ. It is good for pound strength. Mr. Odir is speaking today. 10:40. Yeah, he speaks at 10:40. I wonder what this pump was. This very interesting pump. We close above 4 hours well. That's even more interesting. But damn, what was this pump from? Very weird time. I mean, market's been a little bit random, so. Yesterday's trade was after the open, of course. How much after the open I'm interested in. 10:22. Okay, so 22 minutes. This is moving 40-ish, like 30 minutes earlier. We had this move. Interesting. Problem is a bit of a mess here, huh? Where we're driving into right now. Yeah, let's see what happens. Forgot to pin the giveaway message. Respecting the support right now. Alright, since we are target already on gold, possible buys, changes of structure? Yes, yes. It is possible. Change of structure for buys is possible, yes. Any plans on buying? It not necessarily would be a banger though. You have to realize we're very bearish pressure on gold. So you're calling a bottom right here. Why doesn't it bottom here, you know? So it could just be a small bounce. But we need to see the confirmations, right? You don't want to try catch a falling knife. Can you please look at Euro JPY? I mean, I'm not trading it, but it's moving. JPY is getting a little bit weak here. Breaking out here. Yeah, nice zones. It's in a very beautiful zone, man. Very beautiful zone. 4 hour is a bit extended, but 4 hour did close above. No, just below. As long as you get some structures, which we're trying to form right now on the 15, it seems like. Do your research to see what's back here. I'm not going to scroll back and do it. Then continuation buys make total sense here. If this thing just wants to keep rallying. Looks very nice. Just do your research, see what levels you have. But it looks pretty clean, to be honest, the way it's moving. Even this right now. That was a nice one. There's some options. Oh, there we go. So GJ, look at the reaction here from, wow. It's a big damn reaction from the 4 hour resistances. That's why you don't want to trade at resistances like 4 hour resistances and stuff like that. They are heavy levels, man. But again, this is news driven, man. We're seeing money go into the yen right now. Very interesting. But we're also seeing at the same time some money go into the euro. That's why, well, leaving the euro, it went into the DAX here. So there has to be something that was a little bit said. Because it's... we're seeing the market react in that way. Damn, we just had retail sales news today, and GJ, that was what it was from. So it was not from that, so it's my bad. I missed we had retail sales today. So what did they come out as? Pretty bad, huh? Minus, woof. No, great forecast, bro. Great forecast. Holy shit, man. Minus 2.7. No wonder it's dumping like that. Great forecast, definitely. That guy should be fired, bro. Whoever's writing the forecast these days should be fired. Immediately fired. Get him out of there. Useless fellow. Positive previous month forecast was minus 0.5 for this month, so at least he guessed the direction. Yeah, I don't even consider that a good direction guess, bro. Today's triple witching? Damn. Is today triple witching? Yeah, market just is a little bit weird on triple witching day, but it's more towards indices. What the heck is triple witching? It's when options, futures, and something, all three expire on the same day. So normally you have option expiry dates, you have other future expiry dates, but triple witching is when all three of them expire on the same day. But a lot of people mistake it to be like that's a sell-off signal. It's not necessarily the meaning. Hello, how is your 4-hour time frame looking on NAS? My 4-hour time frame on NAS, it looks like this. Oh, you want the gap, you mean? Yeah, I have the same gap. Not bad. I like that gap up. I think they sell and buy again. Well, it depends if they want to choose to roll over into the new contract. It's called a rollover, but there's fees, rollover fee. I haven't marked anything above because there's no point. I mean, we were down here 5 minutes ago. Like there's so many levels here I haven't marked. This 15, this 15, this 15. This 4-hour here. Because I was expecting my trade to be from here up. Check this out. This tried to pop up here rejecting now. Next candle can close below would be nice. We want this kind of to close bullish would not be bad. Create us a support. Next candle close below. You can look for the sells. Anyone who bought gold happiness only blues right now. I don't think so, man. Depends where you bought it for. I mean, maybe 10 seconds ago, but now it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. Your blues are becoming less blue. And soon they will turn to red, maybe. But if you followed your plan, then that's the best thing you could have done. So I commend you for that. I was thinking to do a challenge for the last push. From 96 to 100k. I was thinking to do a challenge. What challenge should we do? But not some gimmick challenge. Not some gimmick challenge like, you know, $10 to 100,000 or $100 to 20,000. No. Something fun. Have any ideas? Let me know. Isn't that 15 on gold a little lower? There's two. There's two 15s. The one I drew that we reacted off. And the second one is that box actually. You're on Pith? Yeah, Pith's a little bit cooked. $100K prop. I don't mind doing that. The only problem is if I pass, will they flag me for copy trading? That's one question because I'm publicly showing it. So it can impact a lot of my guys in the group actually. They would all be cancelled actually if they wanted to take action on that. Yeah. Happened to Claudio. Claudio was saying they were checking his trades. Top step would flag you? Yeah, I wouldn't do it with a top step. News only trading account? Jesus, you guys love gambling. But you can do future props as many streamers do it. I think when you're affiliated to the prop, they would allow, of course. That'd be fun. It would be fun, yes, yes. I like news only. News only challenge then? Damn. We need a week with heavy news then. Trading 3 sessions every day. So what? I don't sleep? Are you mad? London and NYSE Open Zoom? NYSE Open account challenge? Damn. Morning, Harry. What would you recommend for me? Because I work 1 hour before London Open all the way to 1 hour after NYSE Open. Well, that's your trading window basically done. So your only other option is Asian session. Or if you can trade during work, then that's another option. Flash news challenge. Trump speaks, we find a trade. Trading with charts inverted. That's actually easy. That's easy. Morning. I thought gold would be a safe haven asset with geopolitical outlook. Why is it selling off? Do you think it will recover later today? No, that's what most people think. But normally when there's uncertainty and gold is at a high price, it normally corrects to lower price before it becomes. Swing trading might work for you. Swing trading won't work for him because most of the times that the swing trade set up, he's at work. So that's a big misconception people make, is swing trading is actually worse if you have a busy schedule, because swing trading is where you have to be available at the chart to when it sets up. Whereas if you're a session trader, you only have to be available during a session. Outside of the session, you don't care about the charts. But as a swing trader, when your setup comes, you need to be available. The only way he could enter is off like limit orders, let's say. He can become a limit order trader, you know, and then rely for his limit orders to be filled when he's not looking at the charts, and then analyze at night. But it could take 2 to 3 weeks for those limit orders to be filled. Seraphi buys on gold. We have this 15, man. It's a big problem here. Not only that, you're buying straight into this other resistance. Crazy. It'll be tough. It's like a double problem here. We also have lower low, lower high. We made a lower low. We need to be careful. Quick B. I really don't like it, man. Really don't like it. It's like such a counter trend trade here. You're going against everything. Everything is pointed down. So you're really relying that this is the low. How to deal with hesitation? What's a good example? I used to use props to explain things on stream. And I like that because it helps people to learn. Okay. Let's try this one. 1, 2. So think about hesitation like this. If you have a choice between this tissue in this hand and a fresh tissue, which one you're probably going to take? Probably going to take the fresh tissue because it looks clean. This starts to question things in your mind, right? It's like, has someone used it before? Why is it all scrunched up? I don't know why. That is exactly what causes you to hesitate in the markets, because the clean tissue, it looks clean. You have no questions about it. You take it, you use it, and that's it. But something like this, it starts to trigger things in your mind and you start to question. But when you look at it in essence, it's the same product. It's the same product, but it just visually looks different, because now that I open it, it's the same product now, and from far away you can't notice the difference. But that fact makes you hesitate in the market because you see all the small details, overthink the process, don't take the trade, and then you start to get confused and FOMO into a bad position. And that's why you hesitate in the market, is because you look at the smaller picture and overcomplicate a process that is actually very simple in essence, and it's the same product, because you won't get a perfect scenario in the market. They're not designed like that. They're not designed like that. So yeah, hopefully I think that should help. Should make sense that, you know. I mean, another example I could use is like if I buy a bouquet of flowers, right? I don't have flowers here to use as a prop. I only had tissue, but if I buy a bouquet of flowers, that's my flowers. Hope you like them. Okay. And there's one flower that's broken like that. What are you going to notice? You're going to notice the one flower that's broken, or you're going to appreciate the whole bouquet? Most likely you're going to be, all eyes are going to be focused on the one that are broken here, right? Instead of looking at the bouquet of flowers that's still very, very nice. It's just one thing, you know. So the same thing with tissue, right? It's the same concept. You have one clean tissue and one that's not, but it's the same thing. Why do you have tissues at the PC, Harry? Because this is my desk. So instead of someone like you, who when they need to blow their nose, they do it in their shirt and is a complete Mongol like that, I actually have etiquette, and I reach over for a tissue, wipe my face, blow my nose, and then get on with my day. Every trade has a broken flower to some degree. Yes, yes. Exactly. And that's the problem. People focus on the broken flower and forget it's still a nice bouquet. It's just one thing. I spit out the window, one nose half closed with finger, then blast off. That's classic. That's classic. How's DAX doing? Pretty heavy rejection now. See if we can get a change of structure here, then maybe sells below the 1 hour. Change of structure, sells below the 1 hour. Harry, if I join the exclusive, will you give me some oil? First of all, you won't join the exclusive. That's the first fact. So I know that you won't join the exclusive. Too scared to make that investment. Second of all, I won't need to give you oil because you'll be able to buy oil yourself. And then you can function properly. What world we live in, man? What world we live in that if you pull up tissues, people's mind goes somewhere else for tissues. Poor tissue, bro. I'm not safe pulling tissues, man. Is group open on wait list? I'm not sure. Let's check. Wait, I can't do it on this because I'm logged in, so it will not take me to the screen. Let me check on different browser. Should be open, I think. I think waitlist we're keeping. We're not at the capacity yet. Let's see. Click. Does it go to waitlist? No, it doesn't. You can join. You can join. Do you think it's sustainable to trade from your phone while at work? Yes, as long as you do analysis. So before work, do your analysis, make a plan, make sure your head is in the correct space, and then boom, you can take it off your phone. So that would be the best way. All right, gold making its way towards the downside now. 6 minutes for this candle to close. Is that actually a good example? I'm thinking of clipping that. Those clips used to do well. But now I'm second guessing because everyone's mind is cooked. Not gonna deal with people in the comments. Actually, it might be funny. Yeah, fuck it. We clip that. We clip that. I'll join 100%, but I need oil from you. Yeah, we can get the oil, bro. That's not a problem, man. But no Diddy. Five minutes closing below now. I don't know if we can deal with this wick fill here. Wonder if we can deal with this wick fill here on a 15. 48 pips, 20 pip wick fill, 17 pip wick fill. With these news on GBP, would you expect GJ to move mostly down for today? No, it doesn't really work like that. This pullback right now can create opportunity for upside. So I would look for a change of structure, and I actually don't mind a buy option to continue price. You know? I don't feel it's enough just one 15-minute candle because it's such a sudden move. It could come, I've seen before, it retests 50%. So it comes up to like 196, 100 and then fail. Seen that happen before. Man, what's going on? Everyone talking about oil. I'll give you some 0W40, good quality motor oil. That's it. Any other type of oil? No, thank you. Harry, what benefits do premium members get? Do they get special benefits like reveals and stuff? What do you mean by reveals, bro? That's now you're becoming sus, man. Sus. Reveals. I don't know if emphasizing essential flows in a trade is a great way to promote. I think we group get it, but I don't know. Public wants anything but Porsches and perfection. Even you post Porsche, they don't want. I think it's a good way to put in perspective how people overthink. I wonder if this is enough structure to reverse it. Just this 1 5-minute candle here. 30 will close bearish. 15 will close bearish. 5 will close bearish. I wonder if it's enough though. Like, what if we run a super tight stop loss? Let's see what 1 minute is saying. It's a bit scary. Not gonna lie. We'll see in 3 minutes though. Oh, that's a great question. I think I'd rather take DAX out of the two because DAX has more range than gold. But let's see how DAX close. You know what it's like. Last 2 minutes kind of mess us up. But it's nice that you have the 30 close and the 15 close. I do like that. It's not really an S5, man. It's a very weak candle, this. See how it looks on broker. On broker, it's still bearish. Let's see how it closes. If it closes too deep, it's a bit cooked. Even gold is like scary. Let's see on 30 where gold is at. 30 will close a bit funny. I kind of want to close below that 15-minute line. Like a 5-minute entry below that. Definitely below 15 on gold, 30-minute not looking the best. No, not really. DAX filled the range. Yeah, it is a bit deep. We do have more ranges though for sells. You know, we have this range here. 1 hour looks weird now. What if this is a retest, guys? Like, we could even buy back up, huh? Like, this is the first time we broke in structure in a long time, huh? Last time we broke structure was back here and it went for a higher low and continued up. We broke structure here, we retraced, but the retracement never formed a support. Then we haven't broke structure since then, since back here. And again, back here, what did we do? We pulled back, we created a support and had one more continuation. So now we broke in structure again. If it creates a support, would make sense for some upside. No trades during the whole live. I took a trade yesterday on live. I took a trade the day before. I took a trade 2 days before that. So there's plenty of trades. But this month's been pretty tough in terms of London price action. So if I were to take even more trades, they probably all end up in loss. So no trades is good, means you're protecting yourself from something that could make you lose. And long term, that is the correct mindset. If you want to trade, then just, I don't know, choose a direction on DAX right now and press the button. It's the best suggestion I can give you. Literally the best thing you can do right now. So 15-minute here opened up, pushing down already. It's a nice 1-minute entry here, if we're being honest, huh? Let's see if it wants to create supports. Or does it just want to keep dumping? We start selling lower ranges. We'll see. Check how gold has done. Interesting close here. Sketchy close in my opinion in terms of the 30-minute. Right? 30-minute is showing me rejection. Not giving me a deep close. We're still respecting this zone here. So we could easily quickly wick down like this. Wick back up. So a nice little 5 close below here would give me confirmation that we're leaving this zone. Why not if gold break low and be at 15? Pip wise, it's not worth it. You're better just going below. It's like 9 pips, but your stop loss is 56. I mean, you can get away with 50, I feel. 50 pips is okay. Whereas if we can form 5-minute structure here, you can use that for stop loss. Because you can't really just put stop loss here. You can, but it's very risky. You know, it's very risky. See if we can get the 5 closing below. I would prefer if it popped up a little bit, gave some structure. And we want to see how it reacts at this box. That's where the structure could come. It could tap this box first and then create the structure. How big is 50 pips? That's your 1-to-1. Around here. Quite a distance. So the smaller stop here would actually be a lot better. Harry, I have an FTMO account for over a year. My win rate is 50%. I'm still break even and now I went into drawdown. What do you think the issue is? That's virtually impossible for me to tell you. That's like kind of saying, you know, this is my skill. How much money can I make right now? It's like, it's very hard to say, to be honest. I mean, that's an easier question, but without seeing your trades, without getting direct feedback from me, there's no way I can simply tell you. I need to see your trades. It's what I make people do in the group. So that's the best way, is for me to be able to see what's going on. I can't just say, okay, he has 50% win rate and he's break even. Why do you have 50% win rate? There's a reason. I don't know why, because I don't know what you do. I don't know what trades you take, when you take them, how you take them. If I could see that, if you can get daily feedback, you know. If I join exclusive, you go over stats with me. Yeah, I do. I would review your trades, but instead of going over stats only, I would make you send the trades you take so you can ask for feedback. That is a guy who definitely needs to join the group. I mean, it would help. It's a cost effective. Unless you want to pay, if you like another guru, you can pay him 1,000, 1,500 for one-on-one session. He'll go through that with you. You know. I would do it in the group if you agree for me to go over it with everyone. Because that's very educational. I'd like to go over that with everyone. We'd do it in a webinar. That would be one of the webinars. So we'll go through a webinar. You would send me your journal and we would go through the trades and find the mistakes. Oh man, here we go, man. Aaron trying to kickstart some stuff, huh? I'll join tonight. I'm at work. Yeah, no problem, man. And then on the weekend, we can go over that. DAX was the trade. Where's your entry, bro? No 15-minute close. What was the trade? Unless I'm missing something. What was the entry? Would you mark up the resistance at 33.41? 33.41. Yeah, I have those resistance there. It's just I've done it as a box. Maybe you can't see it, but if I zoom in now, you can see the box. The 5-minute closing below quick break even at P1. I mean, in hindsight, yes, but at the time, no. Otherwise, you would have taken it, right? You can't let yourself think yourself in your head that was the trade when you literally watched that in front of you and didn't take it. It was the trade if you took it. That's the biggest difference. You can't literally say, yeah, I would have taken a quick break even. Okay, then do it. Do it if that was the trade. You see? There's a massive difference. Otherwise, you just frustrate yourself at the charts thinking you're doing something wrong. You're not doing something wrong. It was at previous 5. So if you lost this trade and you took an entry right here and it reversed, what are you going to write to yourself in feedback? You're going to say, I sold right at 5-minute resistance, price bounced, we had no pullbacks, and I lost the trade. Now you start to realize, shit, you know? Right, so you can, it's very tough because when the trade goes the other direction, now you really realize, okay, it's not that good. Gold needs some 5-minute structure here. It's really struggling. It keeps coming back up. Pushes low, comes back up, pushes low, comes, telling me there's not enough liquidity to just push down. Just gonna go toilet, come back, guys. Do I join WAP through website? Yes. I think I have the website pasted here. Yeah, there you go. That's the website. Very strange how I see market start 5-minute candles 6-7 minutes instead of normal 5 minutes. What? No chance, no chance. Otherwise we're trading ahead. Oh, on Tradingview. Yeah, it's totally cooked on Tradingview. That's why I don't use it. Totally cooked. Disaster. That 8 o'clock candle on gold could flip green aggressively. We are overextended on gold. That overextended word is a very dangerous word. You know, it's a very dangerous word. It could flip, but we would see, you know, signs of that. Which, like I said, I've been seeing that there's not enough liquidity yet to continue down. Which is why I'm not taking anything just yet. Okay, we're retracing the whole move here. Is a 5-minute setup 2 enough, or do we need a setup 5 is the question I have here. I feel like we need I don't know. I feel like we need a bullish 15. Otherwise, we just stay in this range potentially. Yeah, 1 minute's not even created any structure. Yeah, even 1 minute's not creating. So I feel like we need a bearish and then a bullish, and that would be the play. Bank of Japan, I can't even speak. Bank of Japan, Udir speaking. Yes, he's speaking. Yeah, right now, you're right. Right now he's speaking. Harry, can I call myself a profitable trader? So far, I've received about 15 payouts in 1 year from Maven, 6 from 2-Step, and 7 minute, and I'll receive another one this coming Monday. Yeah, you can call yourself a profitable trader. Of course you can. The minute you get a payout, you can call yourself a profitable trader. The minute you take a withdrawal, you can call yourself a profitable trader. Consistency just comes with time. So in 1 year, yeah, I'd say you can call yourself consistently profitable now. You definitely have an edge that's working because you've traded a year profitably. Doesn't mean every month has to have been profitable for you, but that's how you can call yourself consistent. But someone who's just made profits for the month going around saying they're profitable, not yet. But it kind of feels like that should be an obvious answer for you. So it feels like it's low-key, don't know what the word is. Now we have some 5-minute structure, which is nice. This candle closes 2 minutes. This could be the one. Will also be the 15-minute candle close. I quite like this a lot. Not a lot, but you know, it's definitely something that's interesting. Stop above the 5, it will be the 15, man. It will be the 15. Whoa, that's nasty, bro. Last 1 minute. That's nasty, bro. That's very nasty. Last 1 minute, literally. Oh, but it might retrace. Hopefully it can chill. It's still not that deep. I'm just worried about this 40 level here. It's a pretty quick break even. We need volume to push it. 45. Yeah, we need a pretty decent push here. Let's see how it closes. We need decent top wick to get the liquidity to get a big push here. Also, there's a 15-minute level we seem to be respecting. It needs to close below that level. Let's draw a line. That's the line of the level. You see? We're not closing below that. Maybe we will see. But we want to close below that for it to be valid. But it's pretty quick break even. We have this key level here, 40. So we need to be careful. Let's see how the top wick forms. Not the biggest top wick yet. Yeah, let this make a bigger top wick I want. It's not bad, but the bigger the better right now. Look, we can take this now, break of low, but we need to be aggressive at this 40. If I see a reaction at this 40, I need to get out. I need to get out if I see a reaction. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Very good. Yeah. It's at 40 on broker pretty much. Yeah, that's what I mean. You need to be pretty fast, man. Like, you're expecting it to push through. If it doesn't push through, then you're just managing at entry. Like, max, maybe you lose 1-2 pips or something. The point is, sometimes it really doesn't care about these key levels, right? Like, we can't avoid the trade just because it's at key level, like close to key level. Like, it doesn't supersede and be like, okay, there's no trade there. Like, we have 3-4 pips to that, basically. You know? The point is that in the past, have we had any reactions at that key level? Not really, right? Look at this. We're not really, if you draw a line at 40 here, this is 40. It's not too relevant. There's sometimes reactions, but recently, not really. Push through here. Here's a reaction. So we can't just say like, okay, I'm not taking the whole trade just because of that, especially when we get a confirmation like a top wick like this, right? Like, that's what I wanted to see. Like, if you look on 15, it's a healthy top wick now. If this flips and breaks the low now, I'll be very surprised. I'll be very surprised if it breaks the low and doesn't give an initial push. I'll be very surprised if it came down, broke the low, immediately flipped back up. That would be like, wow, then you're just totally wrong today. So yeah, I would take a short if it is to break the lows now. Just hopefully it doesn't push anymore and then your stop loss gets ruined. Gold will turn bullish in the next hour? Yeah, but it could also push down first. A lot of you guys are saying you're long on gold right now, so good luck with that. I don't want to catch a falling knife yet, until at least I see a support candle formed on a 30-minute. If this 30-minute closes bullish, I can start to agree with your guys' idea, but until then, you can be messed up. Gold is long all day for you, based on what? Two rules saving us here, waiting for decent top wicks and break of lows. Two very important steps. Still sell stop on the chart. I mean, I'll just, but if it comes close, I'll enter it, the sell stop. But now it's looking a bit far, so I'm just relaxing. I have a long time. You on demo account, Habibi? Nope, I'm not on demo account, thankfully. Otherwise, I would be a bit upset because all those wins would not make me money. Let's see on my other thing here, DAX. Keep an eye on that. I wish on DAX this 5-minute was not here. This one here. If we could remove this would be great. How good would that look, something closing below there? That's a shame. But 30-minute close below looks good. So we could rely on a higher time frame. So your concept is based on 50-minute above, is it? And then some 5-minute candle can close below? Not exactly. It's not exactly. It is in essence, but yeah, I prefer you watch a video on my channel explaining my entries. Any one of these videos. Breakout is a good one. This one as well is a good one. My friend Panda may be sleeping on stream. Wake up and focus. What's your thoughts with the Trade Locker software? It's an alternative. It's a, you know, to trade on it. I think it's based off Tradingview charts, which is nice. I think people are very comfortable with Tradingview charts. I've not used it myself, so can't give you a very in-depth one. But I know it's based on Tradingview charts, and that's a very solid system, Tradingview. What does Habibi mean? Translates to my darling. It's the best translation. What do you do if someone is not profitable in 6 years of training? If you're still interested in becoming a trader and learning to trade, then you go get someone that actually can help you and stop trying to do the bullshit that you're currently doing. You're obviously doing some bullshit. 6 years, you're not seeing progress. It happens. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, don't feel bad. It happens, but you just had wrong guidance, man. That's it. Like, it's avoidable to happen, but you've just been messed up. You're not dealing with the issues at hand. You just need someone to really guide you. You obviously are not capable to do it by yourself. That's the obvious thing, you know. someone like you, if you like me, then yeah, I mean, if you like the way I trade, you like my ethics and what I present, then of course. But maybe someone is the problem is that I'm scared to say, because there's people out there who maybe seem like they know what they're doing, but they don't, you know. If you follow a guy on Instagram who's making a lot of money showing you only that, it's a problem. You kind of need to stick to guys who are showing you a daily process every single day. Like, it's very rare to find someone show up for 2 years daily and trade live in front of people. Like, that's a very rare scenario, fully, you know, and give entries. Like, I'm not someone, there's a lot of live streamers who close trade early to count it as a win. They take so many positions that it just levels itself out. But for someone to trade disciplined on a daily basis, it's hard to find, you know, that type of, you know, kind of to see their process in that sense. You know, it's not easy. So this is my point. Like, you need to make sure that you trust the other person and that they're really there to help you, not just make money from you, right? Like, I agree that if you're paying someone, you should pay for their time. I would pay for someone else's time. I would pay to get information. I have done in the past for different things, many things. I have paid consultants, I paid this, and I've got value out of it, right? And that's how I've improved, right? I pay for materials, whatever it may be, right? And this stuff has helped. I pay for coaching in fitness, right? You know, for someone to make me a meal program, to design my workout program. And it's been way better than me just watching YouTube videos of some guy telling me to train abs every single day, you know, or some guy telling me you don't have to lift heavy to gain muscle. It's like, fuck off, man. You know, like, that's the problem with the internet. Like, take fitness industry, right? If you look at the fitness industry, it's a mess, right? You have one guy saying to trade low volume. You have one guy training to say high volume. You have another guy saying you don't have to lift heavy to gain muscle. Another guy says you don't need as much protein as you think. Another guy says you don't need carbs. It's like, fuck. How much is a coach actually? I pay per year, man. So per month, I think it's around like yeah, so per month, if you're paying monthly, a coach is around like $300 a month, $200 a month. So that's, look, that coach charges way more than me. Like, I'm super cheap, man. He doesn't show up every day. He makes me a program. I send him check-ins. He adjusts my program based on the check-ins. We discuss things, and I'm paying him at least $200 a month. Like, this is, sometimes I really feel like I'm really doing something like on charity basis. Like, it's too, I'm really underpricing myself, and maybe that's why people don't respect the value we have, you know, unless the people in here, they can clearly see that. But like, anywhere else you go, there is definitely a lot of people who you need to pay to just, you know, for a service, man. Even the best sportsmen have coaches. You want to be the best by yourself? Yeah, it doesn't work. Like, you need someone in other aspects of life. Like, in a lot of aspects of life, I have, you know, I have people who help me, you know, mentors I look up to and stuff like that. Yeah, DAX could be the option. It's just the open, Tony. That's the problem. So depends how it opens. If it opens big top wick, yeah, then it's valid for sure. Did you learn from Roger Banks and Ted? No, I didn't. I trade a little bit different, but the concepts in terms of price action, I do trade price action. I know both of them trade price action. So in terms of the concepts like clean candle zones, closes and stuff, yeah, definitely they popularized that, and then I probably learned it from once they popularized. Ted actually popularized that. Raja learned from Ted. That was his mentor. So that concept was popularized, but that's just price action trading. But I didn't directly learn from them, no. Who is Ted? He's a guy who owes me money because he opened a brokerage, scammed the brokerage, and then I lost all money in that brokerage. Still haven't got it back. Let's see how this candle opens here. I think we could get away with... I wonder... We could get away with the stops if the candle opens top wick first. Wherever the candle opens. Let's see. No way you invested with Ted? No, I just put money in broker to trade on his broker. I traded on his broker. Didn't invest money with anyone. I just traded on the broker he had. Let's see. Stop loss above current wick? Depends if it's formed. Like, we need it to pop up first pretty heavy. And then, yes, it would make sense. So we keep an eye on that. Now it's pushing a bit deep here. Let's see 30 minute. Oh, it pushed down first. That's a shame. It's the open though. We can't do anything about it. But let's wait. Ted is a scam. I thought he was legit. Look, I don't want to talk, but if you guys are really interested, there's something called CoffeeZilla. I don't know if you know who CoffeeZilla is. Is that his name, CoffeeZilla? He's a YouTuber, pretty popular YouTuber, and he made a video about it. He made part 1, part 2, about the whole broker and everything. When was it? I think more than a year ago. This one here. These two videos here. Wow, they did well, huh? 4 million and 7.2 million. So if you're interested to see what happens, then, you know, you can check that out. But I don't really want to give any opinion about it. That's why you don't see me. I'm very picky if I partner with someone. I need to have a lot of trust in what they do. You can never have full trust. Like, they can always screw you over, but I want to be like, you know how much money I could make by partnering with a shady broker? Like, they will pay me money for people to sign up with them, just for people to sign up. But they're shady. At any time they can rug pull, something can happen, clients could have bad conditions. So I sell myself pretty cheap, you know? But I could make so much money. You know, like that would be easy. So, I mean, I don't mind partnering with people, but I'm really focusing on, like, I'm looking for, not looking, but I'm not looking actually. But if an opportunity comes with someone who I can trust, then yeah. If I ask Raja, I don't know, depends on what I need to see the company, you know, where it's based, what they have, how they manage things. How do you do your due diligence? So first of all, the partnership can't be a face value partnership. I need to be involved in the company. So it's a big step, I know, but I would need to be involved in the company, not just dealing with an agent. I need to know the owner. I need to know, you know, him as a person. That normally tells me a lot. Right? Second thing is, I need to be able to just see where the company is established, what licenses they have, how much volume they're doing, who's their liquidity provider. Those are the basic stuff, you know. Do they have, you know, like take someone like IC Markets has insurance, man. So that at least makes you, you know, comfortable, right? You're like, damn, okay, they've taken a step. Or maybe they're accredited by a local, you know, DFSA, what we have in Dubai, you know. This is all good things. That's my due diligence. S5 on what? Gold? You'd have to be above here, but your stop loss is going to be pretty hefty, huh? You're going to look like 67 pip stop loss. Wonder if DAX fakes out from here. I like the DAX buy zone above the 5. It is nice, yeah. Yeah, I can't delete that 1 hour now. But the bottom one is still relevant, actually. That's not crossed through twice. This is also a sell zone here, below here. 1 hour there? Fuck, man. Yeah, selling ranges are not too easy today. Gold playing out a very nice bounce. Realized you took a DAX win yesterday, took a day off yesterday since it was US bank holiday. Yeah, we took DAX was moving pretty fast yesterday. Dumped pretty heavy. DAX was win on London? Yes, it was. Quite like the buys above here. Actually, this could work here. This is a sneaky one. If this can create maybe a resistance and then we close above here, we can take buys. It would also be by the time that happens would be the 15 close. I wonder if the 15 close would just be enough. Stop below the 5. After that break of structure, I'm still a little bit bullish on DAX. Can you check S5 in for GU? For buys? Yeah, I mean, I would wait for the 15-minute close though, I prefer. Yeah, it's not valid, that's why I would wait for the 15. Yeah, even if we can get something like this and then a close above, that's great. This only has to be one candle. Is there a separate Discord for all exclusive members where I can post my analysis? Oh yeah, man. You have a whole different server, man. This is the different server. Completely different. We have content library. I mean, have a look at the WAP content you get access to, man. I mean, not only that, the webinars, the WAP content, it's insane. Like, it's a completely different thing. Full different server. You get access to so much stuff. Oh wait, that's the free one. This is what you get access to, all of this. All of these concepts here. Advanced concepts. We had also some special webinars, psychology webinars, trading identity, progression in trading. I even put important here because I want people to watch it. GJ 15-minute close with structure. When you're trading straight into this 5, you'd want it to be above here, at least minimum on a 15. I mean, that's the only problem here is you're trading straight into the 5, but it can work based on 15. The first setup 2 normally after a big push like this is not the best. Your break even is 10 pips away, then your TP would be all the way up here. So it might become an intraday position. This 5 close above here could be an option if it doesn't push too hard. We have good 1-minute structure. 23 points for, I mean, we have a pretty big range. Break even is around, I think, 10-ish points, 12-ish points. Yeah, 10 points. Just needed to chill, man. Just needed to chill. It's pushing it pretty aggressively. I can't push any deeper than this, man. Really needs to relax. We have this 1 minute structure down here. That's what I'm saying. It needs to relax. Then hopefully it creates one with the bottom wick as well. That would be the best scenario if it could create one with bottom wick as well. Right, that is actually closed below for me. So that's not valid since it closed below. I can't take that. Last second closed below. It was looking very bullish, but it's closed below. So as much as I would like to take it, it's a valid setup to give it a shot here. 15-minute setup 2, 5-minute breaking above the structure. So basically a setup 5, trying to rely on some volume. I cannot break my rules of waiting for a close above resistance. That would be me breaking my rules. So even if it does play out, I don't like it. But what I would like to see as another option here would be for price to create the resistance here. And then for the next candle to close above. This would be even better actually, because I would have a 5-minute structure instead of a 1-minute structure. So I quite like it if that scenario can play out, because 15-minute is still above its own 15-minute. The only thing it hasn't closed above is a 5-minute. But what would be nice is to see the next 5-minute close above like this. That would be even a better setup, I feel, than the first setup that we're looking at. So it's not really the worst thing to happen. It's just, do we get that? We can't be upset if we don't. If it just wants to break the high and push, fair enough. I have to follow my rules. And I keep it simple like that. GJ setup 2. As I said, I don't like setup 2s after a big push. Close below this previous 15. I would have preferred it above minimum. It's not the highest probability setup, but it can work if you just want to give yourself a shot. Yes. But, you know, typically not always the best. Not always. Same setup is happening on GU, but GU looks better than GJ. Stronger candle close. Break of structure on 5-minute here. I have seen GU go for one more dip though. That's the risk you're playing, because you're not, you know, you are just taking the first bullish candle after the dump. You can see how it's respecting that level as well. Cheers, Thomas. Take care, mother. Let's see what happens here with DAX. I wonder if we can just take it with this 5 closing above. This is what I'm trying to think about. Would this 1-minute structure be enough? Can Thunder work? Yeah, Thunder would be a better confirmation, correct. Like Thunder would be a shot and then you see what happens. Like this 5 can also be an option for us. We have 1-minute structure. But now it depends how deep do we push. If this thing just flies now in the next 1 minute, which can happen, then it unfortunately won't be an option. That's why we would have liked this one to close above. That would have kind of been the trade. But, you know, let's see. SL below current 5? Yeah, that's a great question. I think you could run it that aggressive because you're literally relying on 1-minute structure and you're trying to get out as fast as possible because you're buying higher. So the smaller stop we can get here, the better. Like your 1-to-1 is still pretty far away. It needs to do a decent push. Still break even at that 1 hour. It's crossed through twice though, so I don't think it's that important. I'm just going to leave it on to see how it reacts off there. Because of the 5-minute here. Can you please check EU? I'm just concentrating a little bit here, 56 seconds on DAX, if that's okay, man. Just want to see how this closes. Those rejections don't look nice. Yeah, but the candle hasn't closed yet though, because it could suddenly in the last 30 seconds shape up and close beautifully. Next candle, quick bottom wick, breaks through the high. The point is, look at how the structure is forming. We are also rejecting towards the downside, and those rejections wouldn't be nice if you're in the trade. But when you're not in the trade, it's nice because if it was to clear the high, you might get a quick pop. You see what I mean? If it closes bearish, it's even better, huh? Come on, do it. Okay, not bad, not bad. So if the next 5 can close above here, I like that. I like that, I like that. We can check EU now. What are you looking at, EU, man? Don't see anything. There's no setup 2 candle here on EU. Closed bearish for me. Bullish on broker, but 1 pip more and it would have been bearish. Oh, okay, okay. Then it's just, yeah, I don't like those candles. With that, I prefer to see like a 5-minute change of structure with that type of candle. More confirmation. Make sure to drop a like. Yeah, guys, thank you for showing up. I really appreciate you guys showing up on a daily basis here. Markets are looking like they're getting a little bit better here. Yesterday, there was a good move. Today, like price action's not being too whack, you know, like I can see things. So honestly, I'm noticing it becoming a little bit better. And that's what we want to see, right? That's what we want to see. So I appreciate you guys showing up all the time. So leave a like on the stream for the value. You know the drill. Get the likes up to 200 would be appreciated. It's a catch-22. If you want to become good at trading, you have to watch it, study it, look at the patterns, recognize the patterns as they're playing out. Very hard to do it when you work as well. Yeah, but you can backtest, man. That's the difference. You can watch those patterns, see them play out. You know, because you can backtest. That's the power of backtesting. Oh, Harry, you teach us so much. I appreciate it. No, you guys in the exclusive, I have respect for all of you. Guys actually put in the work. Guys on YouTube, some of you I have respect, have to say. Some? Jesus. We have a lot of work to do with you guys. Do you have gap on DAX broker? I'll see if I have any gaps nearby. No, I don't. Much respect for your work. Appreciate you, bro. Not gonna try read that. It will not go well, I think. Danke schön, Harry. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Alright, we're pulling back. It's not a bad thing, guys. You know, like, this is not bad. If the next candle can close above, it's giving me even better. You know, we would have like a setup 3 on 15 as well on the next candle. This would close weak. Or we'd have the next 15 closing bullish, which would not be bad when we get those type of candles. On other pairs, they're bad. But on DAX, they do pretty well, those type of candles. I'm trying to see a recent example. Yeah, something like this, you know, where it went down to make 5-minute structure, closes weak, next one breaks the high, boom, flies. And this one's like a setup 3, so I don't really mind that. Here, look, same story. Goes down to make a structure, then closes weak, boom, get continuation. So it's not a necessarily bad thing. But on other pairs, I noticed that type of setup reverses. But what about sells? Yeah. What if this is 15-minute setup 2 coming now? Break structure towards downside. This is the confusing thing. Yeah, it's tough when we're in the range. You have to stick to one, you know? Means we're ranging, yes. So we can consider this inside the range. This would be out. So it's better to trade outside of instead of getting chopped up in here. This would also be outside the range. So any sells below here or here is going to make sense. Interesting 5 candle here, no bottom wick, even on broker. It's kind of like a gap open. It won't really matter when it closes, but I wonder if it just flies. That would be not the best for us, but something we can't control, and that's the important thing. So hopefully it chills here for 3 minutes. So how would it chill here for 3 minutes? It would come and make 1-minute structure. It's not looking like it's the case. Very interesting candle. Opens no bottom wick pumps here. I'm not too worried about this 1 hour, guys. I'm just leaving it on because it's a 5, but I don't mind trading at it because it's nothing. It's a very old level here. Even 1 hour, we've crossed through it twice. So I don't mind trading at it. I prefer to trade to it, but yeah, hopefully this doesn't get too deep here because now it's becoming very tough. The 15 we do have to care about. That's a shame with that candle. Weird looking candle on my broker as well. Open gapped up. But let's just see. 2 minutes here. We'll see where it closes and then we can make decision. Type of stops would we be looking at here? Yeah, pretty big stops, eh? Literally, if it goes any higher than this, it's not going to be a 1-to-1 to the 5. Like if it goes any higher to this, we won't have a 1-to-1 to this 5 here. Like that can be a break even. That's nice. So we need it now in the next 2 minutes to form some 1-minute structure. Just push straight. Yeah, we have the 30 even closer. So actually your break even will be the 30. Which is also the 1 hour. So we're working with a little bit less range. This is what we want to see is 1-minute structure form now. If the next 1-minute candle breaks the high, then that's it done, unfortunately. Weird candle open. Yeah. I'll wait till the candle closes. You never know how it closes, and then I'll make a decision. But we want it to relax a bit. Gold sell. Not just yet, not just yet. We need to close below 50 level here, key level. We need 5-minute change of structure as well on gold. This could just be a higher low to continue gold bullish pressure. What if I put riskier stops here? 26. That's the only way, but we would need 1-minute structure. So that's the only way I can get in right now. It just keeps on ripping here, huh? It's a weird candle. Opens no bottom wick, takes out the highs, pretty strong push. But that's not in our control. What is in our control is taking action on things we know we have probabilities about. And that's what's important. Next candle open, note a bottom wick here, driving for now. No 1-minute structure yet. Yeah. GJ starting to range here as well. If GJ can get a 15-minute candle close above would be fine. 5-minute is just ranging now. 5-minute would be the aggressive option, yes. Gold close above that level, so you'd want a candle closing below that level. How do you find these levels? I mark support and resistance from the daily time frame down. I have plenty of videos showcasing that. So yeah. Anyhow, that was the trade I was looking for. A close above here. It's closed a bit deep here. Maybe there's an option where we pull back, create setup 2. I don't want to buy the highs like this. I feel like it's a bit forced. I feel like I'm just going back into a bad habit of just trying to take a trade for the sake of taking a trade. Looking back, to see if there's an entry I could have taken before. Maybe this candle closing back in the range, but by then we didn't have a 15, so it's not a confirmed fake out. I think this was the best option, man. This literally was setting up to be a great option. I really like this option of this candle just closing like that. I think that would have been a trade I would never regret taking. So yeah, you know, that would definitely be a trade I wouldn't regret taking. Be quite happy with that. And then apart from that, yeah, that's basically it. The thunder right now could be a little bit tougher because you could, but you're just a quick break even at that 30 level. You don't want to get in a trade and then it rejects on you like that. Well, not that deep, but you get what I mean. So yeah, I appreciate everyone showing up. Hopefully to see you guys on Monday here. We run it up for the rest of the month here, get back into a swing. So yeah, not the worst week, profitable week for me, which is not the worst. And I know it was been a bit tough, but hey guys, the world is in a pretty crazy place right now. A lot of crazy things are going on right now. So not all strategies are going to work in these type of conditions, and then conditions change. The strategies that work now will not work in the future, and this is just what's called market cycles. Okay. So this is very, very important to understand. Sub 1%, no, a little bit more. Yeah, I appreciate you guys all showing up. Make sure to show up on Monday so we can get this momentum going. And hopefully we start to get some nice options on the chart. It was nice to see today that DAX was a little bit more chilled. Not such impulsive random moves. Although it didn't give us the close we wanted, it's still price action that's somewhat, you know, back more towards the normal side. So this weekend, definitely review your week, see what you could have and could have not have done. And yeah, appreciate you all for showing up as always. Take care, have a great weekend, and hopefully see you guys very, very soon. All right, much love, take care of yourselves, and peace.